Om Shri Sai Ram. In the previous session, we solved problems on trigonometric identities. In this session, let us discuss about trigonometric equations. Before that, let us discuss the answers for the previous assignment questions. Prove that cos square 2x minus cos square 6x is equal to sin 4x into sin 8x. So that is cos square 2x minus cos square 6x can be written as cos 2x plus cos 6x into cos 2x minus cos 6x. How? Because a square minus b square, that we can write it as a plus b into a minus b, where here a is cos 2x and b is cos 6x, and we have to use cos x plus cos y formula, that is cos x plus cos y is equal to 2 cos x plus y by 2. So x plus y by 2, that is 8x by 2, 4x into cos x minus y by 2. So that is 2x minus 6x, that is minus 4x divided by 2 minus 2x, but cos of minus 2x is cos 2x. Similarly, here we have cos 2x minus cos 6x. So cos 2x. So cos 2x minus cos 6x is nothing but minus 2 sin 2x plus 6x by 2, that is minus 2 sin 4x into sin of minus 2x. So we know that sin of minus 2x is minus sin 2x. So minus sin 2x minus will become plus here. So therefore we have 2 cos 4x into, I can take this cos sin 4x here. So 2 cos 4x into sin 4x cos 2x into 2 cos 2x into sin 2x, which is nothing but, so that is 2 sin x cos x is sin 2x formula, so where in place of x you have 4x. So that is sin 2x, that is 2 into 4x sin 8x, and here again 2 cos 2x into sin 2x, that is nothing but sin 2x, where x is 2x. So 2 into 2x 4x, which is the required proof. That is sin 4x into sin 8x. Let us see the next problem. Sin 5x plus sin 3x by cos 5x plus cos 3x. So that is sin 5x plus sin x plus sin y formula. That is, we have 2 sin x plus y by 2, 5 plus 3, 8 by 2, 4x cos 5x minus 3x by 2, that is 5 minus 3, 2 by 2, 1. So cos x divided by here cos x plus cos y, that is 2 cos x plus y by 2. So 2 cos 4x into cos x. So here I can cancel cos x and 2, and therefore what is remaining? Cos 4x by sin 4x by cos 4x, that is tan 4x. Let us see the next problem. We have cos 4x is equal to 1 minus 8 sin square x cos square x. So cos 4x I can write that as cos of 2 into 2x, which is nothing but, so cos 2x formula. I am free to use any of the formulas, but here to get this required proof, what we have to use it, we can use the cos 2x formula in terms of sin. So that is 1 minus 2 sin square x, that is 2 sin square x is nothing but here 4x. So that is 2x. So 1 minus 2 sin square 2x. So which is nothing but 1 minus 2 sin square 2x. Sin 2x is nothing but 2 sin x cos x whole square, right? So that is nothing but 1 minus, so that is 2 into 2 square 4 sin square x into cos square x, that is nothing but 1 minus 2 into 4, 8 sin square x into cos square x. We have the last problem of the assignment. We have sin 5x minus 2 sin 3x plus sin x by cos 5x minus cos x is equal to tan x. So here for sin 5x plus sin x, we can use sin x plus sin y formula. So therefore we have sin 5x plus sin x, sin 5x plus sin x minus 2 sin 3x divided by cos 5x minus cos x, which is nothing but, So sin 5x plus sin x is nothing but 2 sin x plus y by 2. So 2 sin 5x plus 1x, that is 6x by 2, that is 3x, cos 5x minus x, that is 4x by 2, 2x, minus 2 sin 3x as it is, divided by here cos 5x minus cos x, that is 2 minus 2 sin x plus y by 2. So x plus y by 2 is again 3x into sin x minus y by 2, that is sin 2x. So which is nothing but here in the numerator we can take 2 sin 3x common, so that is 2 sin 3x. If I take common, so what is left, that is cos 2x minus 1 divided by here already minus 2 sin 3x into sin 2x. So which is nothing but, so now 2 sin 3x I can cancel, and this minus I can take the numerator also. So minus, if I apply to this term, then I can write that as 1 minus cos 2x divided by sin 2x, where sin 2x I have, sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. So what is 1 minus cos 2x? So 1 minus cos 2x is nothing but 2 sin square x. How? We know that cos 2x is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x. So therefore 1 minus cos 2x is nothing but 2 sin square x. So therefore I can substitute here 2 sin square x divided by 2 sin x into cos x. So sin x I can cancel, 2 I can cancel, so remaining is sin x by cos x, which is nothing but tan x. Now let us discuss about trigonometric equations. So what do you mean by trigonometric equations? We know about equations. So what is trigonometric equations? So equations involving trigonometric functions of a variable are called trigonometric equations. That is, any equation having trigonometric functions of some variable, we take the variable as some x. So but here that x refers to the angle, and we are considering the angle in radian measure, and we know that radian measures are nothing but the real numbers. So therefore here x or the variable refers to the real number or radian measures, that is angle. Now if we have any equation, we can talk about its solutions, that is finding the solution of a equation. So how can we find the solution? So what do you mean by finding the solutions? That is, we are finding the x value for which it satisfies that particular equation, that is what x satisfies that particular equation, that is finding what is x is equal to, that is nothing but the finding the solutions. So here x refers to the angle, so we are finding the angle for which that particular equation is satisfied. Now there are two types of solutions, that is principal solutions and the general solutions. So what do you mean by principal solutions? If we are finding the solution in the range 0 to 2 pi, that is we are not considering the solutions below 0 and after 2 pi, such solutions are nothing but principal solution. But if you are considering all possible solutions by using the letter n for set of all integers, that is n, any integer n, then such solutions are nothing but the general solution, that is it covers all the solutions. Then such solutions are nothing but the general solutions. That is, for example, if I have an equation sin x is equal to some 0, sin x is equal to 0 is a trigonometric equation, then what we have to find as a solution? Solution is nothing but sin x is equal to 0, which will imply x should be, for what x it is satisfied, that is if x is nothing but the n pi for n belongs to z, that is n is any integer. So this is the solution of sin x is equal to 0 equation, that is n pi, that is it covers all possible solutions for this particular equation, right? And if I am asked to find the principal solution for this particular equation, means what? I can find the solution only in between this range, that is 0 to 2 pi. So what are all the solutions? Then 0 is one of the solution, right? Sin 0 is 0, then sin pi is 0, then sin 2 pi is 0, but here we are considering less than 2 pi, so therefore we are not supposed to consider 2 pi for the principal solution. So principal solutions are 0 comma pi, but in the general solution it will have all the n pi's, that is 0 pi, that is 0 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, etc. Likewise you can consider the negative also, that is minus pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi. For all such angles we get sin x is equal to 0. So x is equal to n pi is the general solution of a sin x is equal to 0 trigonometric equation. So likewise we are finding the solution of the any trigonometric equations. Now let us find the principal solution for the given problems, that is we have here cos x is equal to root 3 by 2. So what we are going to find? Principal solution. So it's a solution, that is we are finding for what x we get cos x is equal to root 3 by 2. So we know that, and what we can observe here, root 3 by 2 which is positive, right? And since it is a principal solution which we are considering, therefore it should be in between 0 to 2 pi, right? In between 0 to 2 pi, and it covers all the 4 quadrants, right? It covers all the 4 quadrants. So in all the 4 quadrants where cos is positive, because we need plus root 3 by 2. So where is it positive? So it is positive in the first and the fourth quadrant, right? So it is enough if we find the angle in these 2 quadrants. We don't have to check in the other 2 quadrants, that is second and the third quadrant, because in the second and the third quadrant we get minus root 3 by 2. So we need plus root 3 by 2. So therefore we have to consider in the first and the fourth quadrant for the positive. And where it gives root 3 by 2? So that is cos 30, that is cos pi by 6 is nothing but root 3 by 2. So therefore pi by 6 is one of the angle in the first quadrant, where that is x is equal to pi by 6 is one of the solution. Now we need it in the fourth quadrant also. So what is the fourth quadrant value of pi by 6? That is we have to do 2 pi minus x, that is 2 pi minus x is here pi by 6, which is nothing but 12 pi minus pi by 6, that is 11 pi by 6. So 11 pi by 6 is the angle in the fourth quadrant which gives you the value root 3 by 2 for cos. So therefore the required principal solutions for this particular equation is, one is pi by 6, one more is 11 pi by 6. So these 2 are the principal solutions. So one more trick what we can do is, if we know the first quadrant angle x, then the corresponding second quadrant angle is nothing but pi minus x. You have to do pi minus x, then you will get second quadrant angle. If you do pi plus x, we get the third quadrant angle, and if we do 2 pi minus x, then that will be the fourth quadrant angle corresponding to that particular x. So we have to find the first quadrant angle, accordingly we can find the required angle in the required quadrants. Now coming to the next problem, we have cosec x is equal to 2. So cosec x is equal to 2. So where, for what x you get cosec to be 2? So that is, we can see here cosec x. So it is positive. So cosec is positive in the first and the second quadrant. So you are asked to find the angles in the first and the second quadrant. So in the first and the second quadrant, so for what first quadrant angle we get cosec x is equal to 2? We know cosec is a reciprocal of sine. So sine, so we can see cosec x is equal to 2 means sin x is equal to half, right? Reciprocal. Sin x is half. So for what x we get half? For that x only we get cosec x is equal to 2. So for what x we get half? That is for pi by 6. Sin pi by 6 is half, therefore cosec pi by 6 is 2. So therefore first quadrant angle is pi by 6 here. Now what is the second quadrant angle? We have to do pi minus x, that is pi minus x is pi by 6. So that is 6 pi minus pi, that is 5 pi by 6 is the required second quadrant angle for which we get cosec x to be 2. So therefore the principal solution is x is equal to pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. So this is how we can find the principal solutions of the given trigonometric equations. Now let us find the general solutions for the trigonometric equations. So we can get the general solution for the sine, that is sine x, for any equation in terms of sine, that is by using this particular theorem. So this theorem says that for any real numbers x and y, sin x is equal to sin y implies x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n y, where n belongs to z. That is, if you have your equation is in this form, that is sin x is equal to sin y, then always its general solution will be x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n y, where your n is nothing but the set of all integers, where n belongs to z, any integer. So how shall we prove this? So we have, it is given sin x is equal to sin y. So we can write that as sin x minus sin y is equal to 0. Now what is sin x minus sin y? We have the identity sin x minus sin y is equal to 2 cos x plus y by 2 sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. So this is a product, right? 2 into cos x plus y by 2 into sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. So any product is equal to 0, which will imply either, right, one of the terms should be equal to 0, not both. Either A should be equal to 0, B should be equal to, or B should be equal to 0. So here same way we can see this 2 into sin cos x plus y by 2 into sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 0 implies, this implies either 2 cannot be equal to 0, 2 is a fixed number, constant. So either this cos x plus y by 2 should be equal to 0, or sin x minus y by 2 should be equal to 0. So if cos of some angle equal to 0, that is, we know that cos x is equal to 0, which will imply x should be odd multiple of pi by 2, that is 2n plus 1 pi by 2 for any n belongs to z. So therefore we can say here the angle is x plus y by 2. So we have x plus y by 2 should be equal to odd multiple of pi by 2, that is 2n plus 1 pi by 2 for some angle for some n in z. Now sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 0 means what? So sin x is equal to 0 means x should be n pi. So we can write this x minus y by 2 should be equal to n pi for n belongs to z. Now simplify this. So this is nothing but, so I can take this 2 to the other side, so that is x plus y is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, so 2 into 2, 2 by 2, that is pi. So 2n plus 1 pi, I can take this x y to the other side, then x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi minus y for n belongs to z, or for the sign I have x minus y by 2 is equal to n pi. So 2 if I take to the other side, I get x minus y is equal to 2n pi, right? 2 into n pi, and if I take minus y to the other side, it will become plus y for n belongs to z. Correct? Now I have here now x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi minus y. Minus y I can write it as plus of minus into minus 1 into y. Correct? Minus 1 into plus is minus. So minus I am writing it as plus of minus 1. Plus into minus 1. And one more thing what I have is x is equal to 2n pi plus 1 into y for any n belongs to z. Now 2n plus 1 pi plus minus 1 I have to express in terms of 2n plus 1, that is 2n plus 1 is nothing but any odd number, right? It's an odd number representation. So minus 1 I can write it, we know that minus 1 to the power any odd number is minus 1. So I can write this minus 1 as minus 1 to the power 2n plus 1 y, or here x is equal to 2n pi plus 1 I have to express in terms of minus 1. So minus 1 to the power even number is 1. So I can write this as minus 1 to the power even number is nothing but 2n. So minus 1 to the power 2n for y where n belongs to z. So now I have this equation x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi plus minus 1 power 2n plus 1 y, which covers all the odd numbers, and here x is equal to 2n pi plus minus 1 power 2n y, which covers for all the even numbers. So if I combine odd numbers and even numbers, I'll get all the integers, right? All the n's. So therefore I can express this as x is equal to, instead of on combining these two equations, I can write for n, that is n pi plus minus 1 power n y, which is the required general solution for the sin x is equal to sin y equation. So this equation, this solution, general solution technique, which we are going to use it for finding the general solution of a equation by bringing it into this form, sin x is equal to sin y. So therefore we have, if any equation sin x is equal to sin y, then its equation general solution will be x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n y, where n belongs to z. Now let us see for the cos, that is cos x is equal to cos y. So for any real number x and y, cos x is equal to cos y implies x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus y, where n belongs to z. So let us take this cos x is equal to cos y, then I can write that as cos x minus cos y is equal to 0. So now let us use the cos x minus cos y identity, that is minus 2 sin x plus y by 2 sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. Minus 2 cannot be equal to 0, so sin x plus y by 2 should be equal to 0, or sin x minus y by 2 should be equal to 0. So what this implies, sine of some angle is equal to 0 means x, that angle should be equal to n pi. So here the angle is x plus y by 2 should be equal to n pi, or here the angle x minus y by 2 should be equal to n pi for n belongs to z, or I can rewrite that as x is equal to 2n pi, right? 2 into n pi minus y, or x is equal to 2n pi plus y for n belongs to z. On combining these two, this is 2n pi minus y and here it is 2n pi plus y. So on combining these two, I can write that as 2n pi plus or minus y for n belongs to z. So therefore we have cos x is equal to cos y. For such equation we get the general solution just by applying this formula, that is x is equal to 2n pi plus or minus y, where n belongs to z. Now let us find for the tan. So if x and y are not an odd multiple of pi by 2, because if x and y are odd multiple of pi by 2, then tan does not exist. That's why we are including this condition. If x and y are not odd multiple of pi by 2, then tan x is equal to tan y implies x is equal to n pi plus y. So we have tan x is equal to tan y. So I can write that as tan x minus tan y is equal to 0, or I can take this as sin x by cos x minus sin y by cos y is equal to 0. Now simplify this, that is sin x cos y minus cos x sin y divided by cos x into cos y is equal to 0. Now cos x cos y, if I take to the other side, 0 into that will be 0. So what is remaining? So that is sin x cos y minus cos x sin y is equal to 0. But this sin x cos y minus cos x sin y is nothing but sin x minus y, which is equal to 0. So sin of some angle x minus y is equal to 0 means that angle x minus y should be equal to n pi for n belongs to z, or I can write x is equal to n pi plus y for n belongs to z. So if you have any equation in the form of tan x is equal to tan y, then you can use the general solution x is equal to n pi plus y for any integer n belongs to z. Now let us solve the problems for finding the general solutions. So it is given, find the solution of the following. So if it is mentioned to find the solution, means it refers to the general solution. So therefore we have sin x is equal to minus 1 by root 2. So what is our aim here? We have to bring it in the form of sin x is equal to sin of some angle y, and it is given sin x is equal to minus 1 by root 2. So now let us express this minus 1 by root 2 in the form of sin of some angle. So for what angle you get minus 1 by root 2 for sin? So first of all, it is a negative. So sin is negative in the third and the fourth quadrant, and it is gives you 1 by root 2, that is plus 1 by root 2 for the angle pi by 4, right? So now what we have to do, we have to find the value of pi by 4 in the third quadrant and the fourth quadrants. So if you want any angle which is there in the first quadrant, their corresponding third quadrant will be pi plus x, and their corresponding fourth quadrant angle will be 2 pi minus x. So where here the x is pi by 4. So what we have to do, so that is we have, so either we are free to choose any of the angle, we need only one angle for this y. So therefore if I take the third quadrant, I have this pi plus x, pi plus pi by 4, that is 4 pi plus pi, that is 5 pi by 4 as one of the angle. Or if I take the fourth quadrant angle, 2 pi minus pi by 4, that is 4 into 2, 8 pi minus pi, that is 7 pi by 4. So you are free to choose any of the angles. So if I take 5 pi by 4, so therefore I can express this as sin x is equal to sin of 5 pi by 4, because sin 5 pi by 4 is equal to minus 1 by root 2. Or you can take sin x is equal to sin of 7 pi by 4. Now I take sin of 5 pi by 4. So now it is in the form of sin x is equal to sin y. So therefore I can use the general solution formula, x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into y, where y I have taken here the angle 5 pi by 4. So just substitute that 5 pi by 4. So therefore the general solution of this particular equation, sin x is equal to minus 1 by root 2 is x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n 5 pi by 4. Let us see the next problem. We have cot x is equal to root 3. Now we have three general solution equations, that is either it should be in the sin x is equal to sin y form, cos x is equal to cos y form, or tan x is equal to tan y form. So cot x can be expressed in terms of tan, right? So that is cot x is equal to root 3. Then we can write tan x is equal to, so because cot is a reciprocal of tan, so tan x will be 1 by root 3, right? Now what we have to do, we have to bring it in the form of tan x is equal to tan y. So for what angle we get 1 by root 3 for tan? So we know that it is tan pi by 6, right? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So tan pi by 6 I can express, that is tan x is equal to tan pi by 6. Now I have it in the form of tan x is equal to tan y. Tan x is equal to tan pi by 6. So what is the general solution for this? We have, that is x is equal to n pi plus y for n belongs to z. So on substituting I get x is equal to n pi plus y. Y is pi by 6 for n belongs to z. So this is the general solution of this particular equation, cot x is equal to root 3. You are free to choose any of the angle. If not pi by 6, what else angle you can choose? It is positive in first and the third quadrant, so you can find the angle in the third quadrant. That is what you have to do, that is pi plus pi by 6. If you do, that is 6 pi plus pi, that is 7 pi by 6 also satisfies this particular equation. So we can write tan x is equal to tan 7 pi by 6, then we get the general solution as x is equal to n pi plus 7 pi by 6 for n belongs to z. Now we have assignment question. Find the principal and general solution of the following equations, where the first equation is secant x is equal to 2, second cosecant x is equal to minus 2, next we have cos x is equal to minus 1. We are going to solve few more problems on trigonometric equations. With this, I conclude my session. Thank you. Sai Ram.